Hello again, my friend, and welcome to another video review. Today we're looking at the Real Dog Box. Now, if you don't know what the Real Dog Box is, you can check out the link in the description box below, and it'll take you to their website. That is an affiliate link, which just means if you like what you see in this review, if you like what you see on their website when you go to it, and you want to try it out for your doggos, that you get a free bag of meatballs, my dogs get a free bag of meatballs, we both get some kind of rewards points. It's a good situation all around. It doesn't cost you anything extra. I don't get paid for it. I'm going to do my best to do a thorough and unbiased review of this product, not just to promote it, not just to get free meatballs for my dogs. I'm going to try to be as honest and unbiased as possible. So let's get into the video. So let's start with what boxes or what types of boxes Real Dog offers. They have a treat box, they have a chew box, they have a treat and chew box, and they have a mini treat and chew box. And then they also have add-ons that you can get kind of like a la carte, if you will. So what I have experienced so far is the mini treat and chew box, and what I have here today is just the chew box. So a standard chew box comes with a light chew. In this case, for February, it's a beef aorta, a medium chew. In this case, for February, it's duck wings, and a heavy chew. And in this case, for February, it's beef backstrap. So let's start with the packaging. Packaging is super simple. It's kind of an unassuming box. Design is nice. It's minimalistic. You see what you're getting, and they have these little notes on each of the things. So they tell you what it is, what the chew is, what I guess difficulty it is, I guess you could say. It's a light chew, a medium chew, a heavy chew, which the implication there is how long is it going to take your dog to get through this. And then it has like a little note or a warning, I guess. There's this little red exclamation mark, I don't know if you can see that, that tells you a little something about it. So on the beef aorta, it says, unlike cooked or roasted bones, our air-dried chews do not splinter. More on that later in the video. On the medium chew, it says, unlike them, in italics, whoever them is, we don't choose cheap meat. We research and handpick everything in your box. Cool. For the heavy chew, it says, drying chews can take up to 120 hours. We never increase the heat to speed up the process. It does come with different little information cards about each product that comes with your box. So I have something about the beef aorta. It gives you some fun facts, some fun tips, pro tips. It tells you how many calories per bag, the analysis of how much protein, how much fat, how much fiber, how much moisture are in there. It's actually pretty neat. If you're somebody who wants to know what's going into your dog's body, if you're one of those health conscious puppy parents, and it has the same for the duck wing and the same for the beef strap. So that part is pretty nice. I do like that. They have a lot of good information included in their box. So to keep this video as unbiased as possible, I want to talk about the things that I like about Real Dog Box, but also some of the controversies, and most importantly, what do the dogs think of it? I mean, it doesn't really matter too much what I think about it, as much as how do my sweet, precious little baby angels enjoy this box? So the first thing that I really like about the Real Dog Box is it gives me so much more variety than I have available around me. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to live pretty close to two specialty pet stores where you can find cool treats like duck heads, chicken hearts, turkey necks, lamb hooves, horns, and that kind of stuff. But the variety is still limited in terms of what I'm able to get from Real Dog Box. I've got some stuff coming from here that I don't know where else I would source it. I love that the variety that I get is actually, it's beneficial to my dog's health, especially because they're on just a kibble diet. They get organ meats here and there, so they get some beef lung, some liver occasionally, but for the most part, they're just eating kibble and then training treats. So I feel like the variety that I'm getting from this, it's beneficial to them, and it keeps them occupied. They say it's good for their teeth and stuff like that. I'm not an expert on that. I don't really know if that's true, but that was kind of a selling point for me. Understanding that, like, oh man, I do want to consider my dog's dental health. As much as I would love to say that I'm the perfect dog dad and I brush their teeth every night, I don't. And I'm hoping that these chews help mitigate some of that plaque buildup and and just help their overall dental hygiene. If you are a vet expert or an animal health expert, feel free to leave a comment below and let me know. Is that a legit thing? Is that actually going to happen? Do I still need to brush your teeth every night? Are the chews going to help? Is it doing nothing? I don't know. I have no clue. Please, for the love of God, help me out. One other thing that I really love about these treats is that you can feed them as they come in the box, or you can rehydrate them. Put them in some warm water, let them sit, let them reabsorb that moisture, and then it becomes basically like it was before it was dehydrated. So it just gives a different kind of experience for your dogs. And if you have a dog like Venom who is missing a tooth, maybe it's worth rehydrating something, having something a little bit softer for them to chew on. I'm trying that out with the beef aorta, and well, you can see how that goes.
Yeah, show mommy those teeth. Venom, 1 out of 10, what would you give it?
Other things that I like about the Real Dog brand in general, not just the box specifically, but the overall brand, is that they're consistently posting educational content on their Instagram page, and I really appreciate that because I'm kind of a newbie when it comes to dog stuff, at least like raw feeding and how these different types of chews work and stuff like that. But I really appreciate that coming from somebody who's trying to do something similar with the fitness aspect of things. I want to put educational content out there, and I appreciate that other people are doing the same thing and kind of demystifying and simplifying different subjects and topics like raw feeding, like dog chews, dog treats, because there's a lot of stuff out there, and it's really hard. It's really hard to parse out the different types of information, and like what is legit, what is not legit, what's going to be beneficial to me, what do I need to worry about, what do I not need to worry about. Coming from somebody who's also in like the service industry, it's nice to see other folks in different industries who are passionate about what they do. They're not just trying to move product. To me, it's apparent they actually kind of give a crap about what they're doing and who they're doing it for and why they're doing it, and I really relate to that. I really appreciate seeing that in other industries, especially in places where I'm spending my money. The third point I'll mention about stuff that I like about Real Dog Box, which will kind of dovetail into some controversy, is that because the treats are just air dried, they're not supposed to splinter. They're not supposed to be able to hurt your dogs or anything like that, like how cooked bones can splinter and hurt your dogs. They're not supposed to be dangerous for your sweet, precious little baby angels at all. However, I did get a message from somebody who follows me on Instagram when I reposted one of Real Dog's posts, and they made me aware of this controversial issue where a customer ordered a chew box for their dog, and that box included turkey wings, and I don't know what the particular circumstances were around them feeding that turkey wing to their dog, but the end result was the wing ended up splintering. It ended up getting stuck in the dog's GI tract. They had to go to the emergency vet. The dog could have potentially died. So that's not a situation you ever want to experience as a dog parent. And that's not something that I want to have to go through. That's not something that I would want anybody else who's watching this to have to go through. So I thought that would be worth mentioning that did happen. Now, the company did address it in a way. I haven't researched it very thoroughly, to be honest. That's something to keep in mind. You want to make sure that you're watching your dog chew this stuff. It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing, especially when it involves bones. I would think, you don't want to just assume that everything's going to be okay. You still have to do your due diligence and kind of supervise in a way to make sure that they're not consuming too much and that it's not going to become an issue down the line. So I don't want to make this seem like this is the perfect thing, like everything is fantastic and nothing could ever potentially go wrong. There have definitely been instances where things didn't work out so well. Now, thankfully, that dog in question did survive. That dog is doing well today, but I mean, can you imagine? Like, what a scare. As a dog parent, you have to take your dog to an emergency vet. You find out there's bones on their stomach is hard, you don't know what's wrong with them, they're in pain, they can't talk to you. That's awful. That's absolutely terrible and terrifying as a dog parent. So I wanted to bring that up too. Now, I did mention earlier that the first box that I got was a mini treat and chew box. So the box I have here is just a chew box. With the treats, you probably don't need to supervise that much. You know, it's just some kind of organ meat. There's not going to be any bones involved with that. You want to make sure you obviously don't overfeed them on that organ meat, especially those secreting organs, but they're probably not going to have any issues with the treats like they might potentially with something that has bones in it. So to kind of wrap everything up, tie it all together, all things considered, what you get for the money you pay, what options are available, knowing what controversial things have happened with the company, would I continue the subscription? Personally, I will absolutely continue the subscription just because I'm not the kind of person who's just gonna throw my dog in their crate with a treat and then hope everything's okay. I'm gonna supervise and make sure that everything is going well with that. And I like the variety. I mean, just for the reasons that I mentioned earlier, I like the variety of it, what you get for the price you pay. It's not bad. Would it be cheaper if your local pet store carried all of this stuff? Probably. But most local pet stores probably are not going to have the variety that is offered through this box. A variety of organ meats, of different body parts. It's just, you're going to have a hard time finding much more than ultra processed training treats at your local pet store. As a dog dad, I want better for my dogs. I want them to have the best, happiest, healthiest life possible. So I want to go a little bit above and beyond what I can get at PetSmart. So for me, it's worth it. For you, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. If you want to try it out, once again, that link is going to be in the description box below. Check it out. Do your research. There's plenty of other review videos on YouTube. You can see if it's something that you got a vibe with, if you want to try it out. If you would use that referral link that I post, I would be honored, but don't feel any pressure, you know? If you don't want free meatballs, or you don't want my dogs to have free meatballs because you don't like me, you don't like my face, whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to be insulted. I just get creative fulfillment out of making these videos, so I hope it was helpful for you guys. Once again, links are down in the description box below, and if you would like to continue to see dog videos, fitness videos, and a melding of dogs and fitness together and how you can be fit with your dog, subscribe to the channel because I plan on posting more stuff in the future, not just video reviews, but different things that relate to both dogs and fitness and how they can work together. If you're living a good life, your dogs are living their best lives, what else can you ask for?